And if Mr. Edward Rowe is here, I would like to ask him to come up. And also, we need Anna McKinney to complete the picture, if she is over here.
Be seated, please. Chairman Bunker, distinguished gentlemen at the head table, fellow Christians and patriots. My name is Ed Rowe, and I'm president of the Christian Freedom Foundation of Buena Park, California, which is in the Los Angeles area. For an entire decade, these rallies for God, family, and country have been held right here in Massachusetts, where the freedom movement began on this continent, essentially as a Christian movement, incidentally, in the autumn of 1620, when the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. For many decades, in the more recent past, Massachusetts, as you well know, has become a cradle of spurious humanistic liberalism, but now in the past decade, as if to shout to the world loud and clear that God is not dead, this rally has been calling for a great new recognition of Almighty God and the two greatest institutions which He has established, family and country. Last week, I received a long-distance telephone call from Mr. Kenneth Wells, Jr., who heads the Committee on Awards at Freedom's Foundation, Valley Forge. He said, "Ed, would you make a very important award for Freedom's Foundation, Valley Forge, as a stand-in, because we note that you're on the program for the New England Rally for God, Family, and Country." And he went on telling me a few things that I already knew about this great rally and the wonderful people who sponsor and direct and administer this rally from year to year. And he did not know, as he was talking, that I had been here in the past and that I knew these wonderful people. And so I said, Ken, I would be not only happy and willing, but highly honored to make this award. This award was thoughtfully selected by an independent awards jury. The jury was made up of 33 men and women, 11 of them chief or associate justices from state supreme courts, and the others the national heads of the country's leading membership organizations. The distinguished awards jury was under the chairmanship of Dr. Maurice Mitchell, Chancellor of the University of Denver. These notable people pinpointed the activities, expressions, and writings occurring across the nation which had something strong and powerful and constructive to say in support of Freedom's Foundation's main purposes, the strengthening of our fundamental freedoms and enhancing the God-given dignity of every individual. I would like now to call attention to the inscriptions on the award. We have here, first of all, to the left, the American Credo, 17 political and economic rights, such as free speech, assembly, private property, and the right to go into business, compete, make a profit, free enterprise, and many of these great rights which are a part of our heritage. And then the inscription on the right, be it known that New England Rally for God, Family, and Country is awarded this honor, an outstanding achievement in bringing about a better understanding of the American way of life. Signed, Harold K. Johnson, General, U.S. Army, retired, President of Freedom's Foundation, Valley Forge. Now, to receive this award, what two people would be more worthy of receiving this award on behalf of all of the sponsors and organizers and administrators of this great event than the distinguished chairman of this meeting, Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker, and this wonderful lady to my left, Mrs. Anna McKinney. And so I present the award.
Well, in accepting this award, I accept it for God, because God's the chairman of this rally, and Colonel Bunker is the acting chairman, and I'm the executive secretary. And so Colonel Bunker says when, I don't know. Well, this rally belongs to you people. We set up the place and the time. We try to get the very best available speakers, and it's the people who come that make the rally. And Colonel Bunker and I just set the thing in motion. We are so pleased and privileged to have you people all here. You've come from almost every state in the Union. We have people here from Australia, from the Netherlands, from Hawaii, from Honolulu, from Puerto Rico, and from Germany. Now, they didn't come to the rally because they were passing through. I'm talking about these people who came particularly for this rally. And this is a... Colonel Bunker and I feel that our country is in great danger, and we know that our people are good. 95% of our American people are good, all people are. But they don't know the danger, so we thought, well, if we can get the very best available speakers to come and tell the people the condition of our country, that they'd do something about it. And this is sort of now, as they say, sort of a homecoming. As a great many of our people have been here for the 10th time, the 7th, 8th, and 9th time, and we're very, very grateful to you all for coming. Thank you.
I want to add a special word of appreciation to Mr. Rowe, to General Johnson, and the people at Freedom's Foundation for recognizing that we really have been trying to do something to help the country. But as Anna says, it is you people who've made the rally, but there are some people here in this group that really ought to be singled out for the very special contribution they have made to making this award possible. And needless to say, practically all of those people are named McKinney. Right up at the top of the list, although not being very active in addressing envelopes or doing things of that sort, but being very indulgent to his wonderful family, is Dr. Harold McKinney. Then there are the children, who are tremendous workers, tremendous organizers, because while they haven't done all the work themselves, they have somehow or other been able to persuade dozens of other people to get busy and pitch in and do the work. Because Anna has very high standards about the way things shall be done, and she won't tolerate any departure from those procedures. And as you have noticed, every one of the brochures that we sent out went out in a personally addressed envelope. No typewriters, no address-a-gaff, nothing of that sort. It has to be done as if it were a family party. But when the family party grows to be 10,000 or 12,000, as far as the mailing list is concerned, you can see what a terrific job these people have done. And without the tremendous assistance of John McKinney, who really helps us keep the rally going while it's in session, but does a lot of work aside from that, and Richard, who is equally helpful, although not able to devote as much time because Mr. Welch has him under control. And Carol is over there with Mr. Welch too, but she finds a lot of time to do things for us. And the two very lovely McKinney brides, Heather and Jean, do a lot of work. And Heather is particularly responsible for making sure that this dinner is properly organized, that people are seated satisfactorily, and that we keep things running on the smooth line as far as reservations and everything else. And Jean has been of tremendous help in secretarial and other work. So I'd like to have them stand up one by one. John, I expect, is out here somewhere. Yes, all right. And Richard is over here. Carol is next to him. Where is Jean? Where is Jean? Jean is John's wife, and Heather, who is Richard's wife. And also in the picture, although not quite so strenuously active all through the year, are Bob McKinney, and Harold McKinney. Which I think will explain to you as a whole, and especially to those people who have approached me on the subject of the possibility of having a New England rally or a comparable rally at some other spot in the country, that if they can work out some system for transporting all the McKinney family to that particular area for the better part of the year, maybe we could do it somewhere else. But until that happens, and I'm sure we can't make it happen, we're going to keep on having the rally here. Now, I believe we have another very delightful lady in the audience, Mrs. Llewellyn, who would like to come up and say a little piece. Is Mrs. Llewellyn here?
Thank you, Colonel Fox. After this wonderful Freedom Award, what little I have to say, I'm afraid, is pretty small. But I will hardly agree with Colonel Bunker that there's no one quite like Anna McKinney. And there's no one, no family that I know of quite like the McKinney family. So we have, in our own small way, a little award for you, Anna. And we say, we forgot your husband, and I know he had a great deal to do with your family. If it weren't for such an understanding husband, Anna couldn't be all over the world the way she is. To honor the illustrious Anna McKinney and the incomparable McKinney family, be it resolved that, whereas Anna McKinney once more, with the aid of her family and Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker has for 10 long years envisioned, planned, and executed the wonderful patriotic rally known as the For God and Country Rally, to the end that this, the 10th anniversary of this new, now highly acclaimed celebration, brings together people from all walks of life and all corners of the globe. And whereas Anna McKinney has deprived herself of many hours of leisure at home with her family, has performed so many labors of love for her God, her country, and her fellow man, and whereas Anna McKinney, through her courage and great leadership, has lifted high the goals of the American woman and has given to so many women of America the courage to stand up for their principles. We therefore spread our message upon these papers for all to see and to honor you and your ever-patient, ever-gracious family, Anna. We honor you this 4th day of July, 1972, and thank you, Anna McKinney, and your wonderful family. With this accolade goes our best wishes for many more successful anniversaries of the For God and Country Rally under your very capable leadership on this 10th anniversary of the For God and Country Rally. Now, since this couldn't have happened without Colonel Bunker either, we also have a small token for him. Be it resolved that, whereas Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker has this July 4th, 1972, caused the annual rally for God, family, and country to be a great success, and whereas Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker has devoted his life to serving his God, his country, and his fellow man, as a personal aide to one of the United States' greatest American generals, Douglas MacArthur, during World War II, and then served his country in Korea. And whereas Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker, a prominent Boston attorney, is presently president of the MacArthur Memorial Foundation, member of the National Council of the John Birch Society, and trustee of America's Future Incorporated, we therefore pray that God may grant Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker a long and prosperous life, good health, abundant friends, and the peace that comes with the knowledge and satisfaction of having served his God and fellow man so well. We therefore, Colonel Lawrence Elliott Bunker, we salute you for a job well done. In spite of all the overwhelming crises and problems, we proudly honor you this 4th day of July, 1972. Your thousands of friends rally round you with best wishes for your continued good health and fortune.
Thank you.
I feel as though I was dead.
You know how a person feels like that.
Elder Benson said, now you know how a person feels when they're dead. I wonder when I die what they're really going to say. I'm glad that Colonel Bunker mentioned my husband, because I was sitting up here thinking I did it all by myself. And Colonel Bunker introduced the McKinneys that here. I just want to say there's 3 more around the country that aren't here. Well, I'd just like to thank everybody and to say what an honor and a privilege it is to be able to work for you folks, to work for God, to try to save our great country. Thank you.